'cause you did what you say. That it's all for the best, 'cause it is.
Welcome back to Far Cry 5. All right, let's get started. I don't like this game, and I didn't want to rant. I'm not going to rant as to why I don't like it because it's just my opinion. Apparently, a lot of people really like the game, and I'd probably be pissing off a lot of people if I shared my views on it, but I'll give you a little taste as to what I don't like about this fucking game. First off, the story doesn't make any fucking sense to me. None of it makes sense. Maybe because I haven't played the whole thing, I need to get to the end, and maybe it'll wrap everything up in a nice little package. But let's start with the helicopter scene. They all fly in a helicopter. You have the sheriff, the U.S. Marshal. You've got the sheriff on the other side, and then Rookie. The U.S. Marshal keeps calling you Rookie, so apparently you're new. You don't know anything. And then there's a girl sitting next to you. I don't think she talks much, but she's hanging out there. So the U.S. Marshal keeps calling you Rookie. You have no experience in what's going on. I would assume that's what Rookie means. You're new guy to the job, whatever. He's cocky. He's the one that's going to fuck everything up for whatever reason. He's just got this ego, and he's gonna go in guns ablazing, thinking he's gonna take this guy out. Whatever. U.S. Marshal or the sheriff is casually trying to explain to the U.S. Marshal, these guys are nothing to be fucked with. You need to calm the fuck down, right? So this guy's like, yeah, whatever. I'm a cop. What are they gonna do to me? I'm a cop. I got a badge. They ain't gonna fuck with me. Okay. All right. So they land a plane. Everyone in this compound has either an assault rifle, bats with spikes, handguns, probably grenades, everything you can think of. They're fucking loaded to the teeth with guns and ammunition. And this cop has a 9mm fucking gun on his side, thinking that he's gonna just walk into this compound, walk up to this cult leader that he knows at this point that it's a cult. They know they're starting a militia. Walk up to him, serve him his papers, and then this dude is just going to casually be like, "Oh, you guess you got me, right?" While he's surrounded by people with semi and fully automatic weapons. This guy is a U.S. Marshal. He's a fucking moron. He would have died earlier in his life. If he acted like this with everything he did in his career, he'd have been dead. He should have been shot right there. But when he pulled out that gun, these people, these militant militia types, you walk into a fucking church like that, you try to arrest their leader and you pull a gun out, you're going to get your fucking head blown off. You're going to lose you're going to lose your head. You lose your head, you're going to lose your head. So you as a player, you have to cuff Joseph Seed. Joseph Seed, God won't let you take me. It's like, oh my God. Okay, I get it. There's drama. We have to add the element of drama. Fine. So you handcuff Joseph Seed. You slowly walk him back, and the people around him are just watching. They're watching and they're waiting. You know that something fucked up's going to happen, and this U.S. Marshal is completely clueless. He's calling you Rookie, right? He's the fucking Rookie in this situation. So that's what I don't like that. I don't like that it was forced. It's almost like they're like, okay, we have to find a way to start the game. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that the leader gets in trouble. He's being arrested for kidnapping with the intent to harm. But they want to start it off like, okay, he's going to come arrest the leader, Joseph Seed. They're going to try to take him, and then they won't let him take him. And then in return, he's going to kidnap these people, right, with the intent to harm, right? Okay, so that's what they're going to do. So they get into the plane. They start taking off, and all of the followers start jumping on the helicopter. It gets high enough in the air. U.S. Marshal shoots one of them. She falls like 15, 20 feet. Another one climbs to the very top of the helicopter and gets hit by one of the propellers. And now the whole thing's spinning out of control. They land, they hit the ground. Joseph Seed is somehow unimpacted by this crash. He's like, well, I'm fine. Whatever. He gets up, walks away. They take the girl, and I think they took the sheriff. But you escape with the U.S. Marshal. You try to get out of there, and eventually you're driving and all these, it's almost like a tutorial. Okay, this is a gun, this is how you shoot, this is what they're going to do, basically presenting you with the rest of the game. You get into your vehicle or a vehicle, and you try to drive away. You're like, I got to get the fuck out of here because this is crazy. So they're trying to leave. They get ran off the road or something, and they fall off a bridge, and the U.S. Marshal gets captured. You wash up on shore, and then this other dude finds you who's just like kind of neutral in the whole thing. He takes you in, gives you clothes, and he explains to you that you're like, somehow he knows this. Somehow, like, he has all the intel of what's going on the island, right? Or in Montana. It takes place in Montana. Somehow he knows that the girl, the marshal, and a sheriff, I think all three of them, or maybe there's someone else, are all being held at separate points on the map. This doesn't make any fucking sense to me, not even strategically. These people, this Joseph Seed was intelligent enough to start a cult, to get an entire town of people to follow him. He's smart. He clearly knows what he's doing. But instead of taking these people as prisoners and locking them in a cell together, so that you can keep an eye on all of them, he separates them into different parts of the map. And I'm suspecting it's clearly just to get you to go, because you need a reason to go to these places. It's like, if they were all on this part of the map, what reason would you have to go to this one? You would have to figure that out. But even as a strategy, just fucking kill them. Put a bullet in their heads. Say that it was self-defense. These aren't the type of people that would that would hesitate to do something like that. Why are they taking them as prisoners? Because they want to not liberate. They want to make them a part of the cult or something. I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a second. I think it's just a mechanic of the game. They want you to get to go, and it pisses me off because it feels forced. So that's one thing. That's the story. That's the story. How the story pisses me off. So then you get out of this bunker, and then it's like, okay, so this is what you have to do to liberate this island or this section of Montana, right? You've got to save civilians. You have to burn down these monuments, these like just giant tanks, and then you have to liberate the little towns, the little like there's a pumpkin farm that's overran by these bad guys, who, by the way, are all the same fucking character. They all are the same long black hair dudes, and it's like you're fucking killing the same person one after another. Like, you couldn't make another prefab, just one that was bald, one maybe just a different skin color. No, you just copy and paste everything throughout the whole fucking game. But anyway, I digress. There were 4 ways to do it. I forgot the 4th way. That's how into the game I was. I only knew the three ways, and then there was another 4th way. I don't even give a fuck. But you start off having to save one of the civilians. So you have to kill 2 people, save the civilian. Okay, that's one way that you can get. I think you get money and you get like reputation points or whatever. Another way is to liberate the town. So you go and you liberate a town. You get money, reputation. It basically makes you do these objectives just to get you to understand how to progress in the game. So that's basically what you need to do throughout the whole game. You're almost liberating this entire city. Here's my problem with that. This guy, this rookie, this person who knows nothing, right? He's a rookie. Maybe he does know something, whatever. We'll assume they don't tell you that he knows anything. There's no backstory on this guy. All you know is he's a rookie. He doesn't know fucking shit. He's a rookie. He's new. This guy is expected to go around this entire fucking area, liberating each and every fucking town, taking out John Seed and all his 2 sons and fucking daughter or whatever, to do all of this shit With maybe you can hire people if you want. That's another mechanic that you can have. You can hire people to help you. But this rookie, if he's capable of going around this entire area and liberating all these towns, why can't he just fucking beeline it? He says, the guy who rescues the rookie, you as a player, tells you that, they have this whole area locked down, everything's sealed. Fine. But he's going into towns and fucking slaughtering these people. He's taking these people out. Why would it be so difficult for him to beeline it right out of that city and go get the National Guard? If he can take care of all this shit, he can do that. Or she can do that. The player can fucking do that. So it's just like a forced story, a forced mechanic with no backstory whatsoever. And then you hit tab and you open up your fucking your user interface. There's like 12 different sections on there. You got perks, you've got all sorts of fucking items you can pick up. You can hunt, you can bait animals, all sorts of little side things you can do. Like you could play that game for well over 100 hours easily. I'm sure people have put in more time than that. I'm sure. But again, the story at least at the beginning of the game, it didn't keep me, and it didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Maybe I'm dumb. I mean, I'm sure I'm dumb. I know I am, but I should be able. A dumb guy like me should be able to follow a video game story. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I guess you just have to keep playing it. And quite honestly, man, I don't want to spend 10, 12 hours on a game that isn't even keeping my attention in the first place and then get to the end and be fucking disappointed that I spent all that time doing this. And it wasn't even fun. So now let's get into the mechanics. Who the fuck designed the shooting mechanic in this game? It feels terrible. Shooting a fucking gun feels awful. I mean, you probably have to get attachments to make it feel better. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Those attachments cost money. You have to go around and do side missions to get money, or you can pay with real money to get everything. You can pay with real money to get everything. I think they're called silver bars. So 100 silver bars or whatever. I could be wrong. Maybe that's not silver bars, but 100, whatever their point system is $1. So you've got a site that you can buy for $5 in that game. You've got guns that you can buy for $20. Or you can go around and do the side missions and eventually save up the in-game currency and then buy those things. Look, little side note, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I don't know why I'm getting upset about this, but I thought this was a first-person shooter. I thought that I was going to get to shoot things. I almost thought it was a run and gun. It's not. It's more like an open-world RPG. That's fine, but I came into it with the wrong mentality. I thought it was a shooter. I think I got to shoot my gun. I got into like 4 fights, like 4 actual fights in like 5 hours of the gameplay, and they were quick. It was too easy. I mean, there's ammo fucking everywhere. I would shoot an arrow, right? Because it's a stealth weapon. You have a bow and arrow. Shoot an arrow. I feel like I shot like 20 of them. As soon as you walk up to a body, you get like 12. You get your whole fucking stock back. And it's just like, the AI is not bad. I mean, the attack system is challenging enough. But the movement, you move slow. The sliding doesn't feel good. You can run and slide. It takes you a second to get back up. And I'm used to Call of Duty sliding. You're sliding up. You constantly go like in this motion. But it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to move. It doesn't feel good to shoot. It doesn't feel good to slide. Climbing is fine. Climbing feels okay. Each gun has like a various, like you can do like different bullets. Like you can get like flame arrows or armor piercing bullets. Like they threw everything they could think of into this game, and they stuffed it all together, right? Like it's like they're trying to fit into these jeans that don't really fit, and they're just sucking in their fucking stomach, trying to get into fucking jeans, and they can't fit in them. And it doesn't work. But if you're looking for a game just to dick around in, it's perfectly fine. I was just hoping for a little more story, and I was hoping for a little more shooting. So let's get into the one of the very first missions is where you have to drain water out of it's a prepping bunker, like one of those. Someone bought a bunch of shit, and a prepper basically bought a bunch of shit and put it in a bunker so they can survive in there if there's ever like a war or apocalypse or whatever, for whatever reason. So your first mission is to drain the water out of this bunker. This bunker is completely flooded. It's up on a hill like this. It's like up here, and then you go down the hill, and then there's a lake. Like, it would make sense to me if there was a lake, and then this bunker was sitting on that lake, and then this thing just kept getting flooded. How did this get flooded? Did it rain? And then all of a sudden did a pipe burst? How did it get flooded? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But anyway, I mean, this bunker is completely full of water. You have to go down to the lake house. You have to turn the power on at the lake house. You have to figure out how to get in. I mean, it's pretty simple. You go in, the door's locked. You look in the window. You think, oh, well, I can climb around. I can go up under. And now I turn on the power switch. Power switch turns on. You got to go back up the hill. You got to figure out, okay, now there's power. You hear a generator. You think, okay, there's a generator. Maybe it's going to pump the water out. You go to the side of the building. There's the bunker. Then there's a building with the generator. And then on the side, there's a fucking pipe. There's a pipe with a shut-off valve. So here's the ground. Here's the pipe. And right over here is the bunker. So this pipe, you turn it on, and it just shoots the water out like this. Here's the bunker. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm not explaining it correctly. But that water, if there's a crack somewhere in the concrete, like if water's getting in, you're just putting it back in the fucking ground, and it's going to go back into this bunker. It would make more sense if they took that pipe and they just look, the lake is right here. The fucking lake. Put in a pipe, run it down to the fucking lake. Or run it away from the bunker. It's just a stupid little detail, but it drives me fucking crazy. What else? Oh my god. The AI, when it tries to recover you, I have some footage of it just completely failing. Like it for whatever reason, it just doesn't like obstacles. If you're in a certain spot and this AI is hung up on a graphic or something, on some sort of material, it will just do this. It'll be like, I'm coming to get you, and I'm coming to get you, right? And it just does this and you're pressing control, you're holding on to life, and this thing's just shaking like a fucking maniac. Until a bad guy comes and it just completely offsets the AI's path, right? So it's like, oh, okay, now I'm free from whatever obstruction stopped me from getting to you. I'll find a new way around. Here, now you're healed. Also, the dog brings you back to life. The dog brings you back, and he licks your balls. I'm not kidding. Watch the footage. You're laying on your back. This dog puts his ass in your fucking face, and then his head right in your balls, your crotch, right? And all of a sudden, you're back to life. You're good to. How the fuck is the dog bringing me back to life? I mean, you could make that work somehow. You could be like, oh, the dog has fucking medicine on its neck. I don't know, or it has first aid kit. It doesn't make any sense. So I got to a point where I met the cook. The cook was kind of cool. That was a cool part of the game. I mean, he burns people alive, but that's cool because he's a bad guy. Like, wow, an actual fucking bad guy, right? The first one I'm encountering in the game. So I kill the cook with fucking little to no effort whatsoever. I pick up his flamethrower and I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get to torch some people. This is cool. I run out into the area. There's one dude left. I torch him and he dies in it, and that's it. And then I hear a sob story from this girl, and she's just like, oh, I've been trying to kill this guy for 10 years, and now it's like, I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, like, I get it. Like, you've based your life on revenge. And you got the revenge, and you're not satisfied. I guess that happens. But and this is a story quest. Like, as far as the story goes, like, the fuck fuck do I care? I don't care. And then after I beat that, there were no more story missions. I'll have to go and do side missions, I guess, or just explore to activate story missions. And I'm like, I'm fucking out. If I have to run around this goddamn map just to do a story mission, I'm not doing it. It's boring. I'll go play Skyrim. I'll go fucking drop another $30 and buy Skyrim for the 12th fucking time. And because I have it on my wristwatch, I have it on my television, I got it on my Bluetooth device in my car, I fucking can pull it up on my audio mixer. I got Skyrim for everything. I would rather pay $30 for Skyrim and fucking play that game for the 1000th time than to continue with Far Cry any further. It's very disappointing. It's a great concept. The motion capture is fucking awesome. The acting is awesome. The graphics are beautiful. The world looks awesome. The story, the overdoing of the mechanics, the gameplay, basically the level design pretty much kind of fucking sucks. So I guess if you want a pretty game to play and you don't give a fuck about progression in any sense, you just want to level up and gather a bunch of shit. You want to play Skyrim in a first-person shooter setting. Far Cry's for you, but me personally, man, I can't do it. These people have spent a lot of time and a lot of effort making this game, and I just tore it apart. Like I know something about video games. I think I even got this game for free, so I'm not even sure why I'm bitching. I think it was on sale. No, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was free. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's not a bad game. It's worth a try if you can get it on sale. So, all right. Moving on to another game, I suppose. All right, later.